From the time the incident first occurred, I committed every available resource to the 2nd District to prevent future incidents and to solve this case. That included assigning members of the tactical unit and the Violent Crimes Task Force to the area on proactive patrol. At the same time, Commander Noel developed a very strategic deployment strategy in partnership with the 6th District Commander to track down this suspect. So on Friday night, we got results. Around 10 o'clock p.m., the 2nd District Officer, Everett Rout, who's standing here next to me, was on proactive patrol when he saw a subject riding a bicycle in the area. The suspect fit the description of the armed robbery suspect we believed we were looking for. Officer Rout, who was driving a marked unit, began to pursue the suspect in an attempt to stop him. At the same time, Officer Rout called for backup, and other units assigned to the area on proactive patrol quickly began to converge on the area. Officer Rout then turned his lights and ordered the subject to stop. The subject then began to ride his bicycle onto the sidewalk and then turned down a side street where the officer temporarily lost sight. That's when the 6th District detectives Walter Edmond and Anya Hilliard quickly caught up with the suspect and followed him into a nearby parking lot. The officers were able to stop the suspect, and additional officers arrived within moments. The officers arrested a 16-year-old male without further incident. An initial pat-down revealed that that teenager was in possession of a revolver at that time. The investigation continued when the detectives obtained a search warrant for the teen's last known address, which was the 3600 block of Earhart Boulevard. Inside, our detectives found five smartphones, clothing described by the victims of the armed robbery, and a lever-action rifle, which was inside of a small carrying case. Based on those facts and the evidence uncovered, we have connected this teenager with 5 separate armed robberies reported in Uptown since September 5th to September 25th. This arrest would not have been possible without focused, aggressive, and persistent police work by all of the officers involved. We developed a plan, we took time to gather important evidence, and in each case, we got results. That's how these armed robberies are solved. And this is just one example of several successful investigations that we've had this month. Since September 1st, our officers have arrested 14 individuals responsible for committing 19 separate armed robberies across the Uptown area. The majority of these suspects were juveniles, but make no mistake, this is grown-up behavior, and we're going to treat them like grown-ups. The 3 juveniles arrested earlier this month for a string of armed robberies in Uptown are being charged as adults. We plan to pursue the same charges in this case also. My message is clear to anyone who thinks they're going to get away with this type of behavior. You cannot run, you cannot hide, we will find you, we will put you behind bars each and every time. At the same time, we're moving forward with innovative solutions to free up officers' time as we grow our department. Last week, we selected a vendor to manage our new false alarm enforcement program. Once it's in place, we believe it will free up about 11% of the officers' time spent in the field. Last month, I moved officers who were assigned to various desk duties to the Alternative Response Police Unit. These officers are handling nonviolent property reports where there is no scene to process, and these calls can be taken by phone rather than an officer responding in person. Through this process, citizens who are affected by nonviolent property crimes can hear from an officer a lot quicker via phone instead of officers on the street responding and taking these reports in person. Since then, the APR unit has handled a total of 513 incident reports, and they have made 1,095 callbacks to citizens who are waiting for an officer. Taking it one step further, we're moving toward an online reporting system for residents and visitors to report nonviolent property offenses that don't require a police to arrive at the scene. The program is based on successful models in places like Seattle, Austin, and Baltimore. It's also expected to be in place before the end of this year. So to continue, we've added manpower, nearly 30 officers from administrative assignments back to the streets and patrols, where we've created other civilian positions to fulfill that work once done by police officers. This year, we're continuing our aggressive Get Behind the Badge campaign, where we're trying to recruit as many officers as we can. We graduated 56 recruits earlier this year, and NOPD Recruit Class 173 is currently in training at the Police Academy, expected to graduate this year. Class 174 is scheduled to start next month. Finally, we created the Violent Crimes Task Force in December, putting 16 officers on proactive patrol every night across the city. The deployment is updated daily and it's based on daily crime trends. To the residents and visitors of New Orleans, the NOPD is on the ground every day, making sure every neighborhood is a safe neighborhood. Overall, crime is down 8% across the city year to date compared to the same time last year, and we're working to get that number down even further. We will not give up and we will not back down. Our officers are continuing to run toward the danger every single day, and we will use every available resource to prevent crime and anyone who chooses to commit it.